We're gonna get this party started, y'all. So, as you guys can tell, you do not have to be the smartest Crayola in the box to build this business. All right. So, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to share with you guys what Vital Health is all about. And if you haven't already, I'll go ahead and just remind you to send out any last minute reminders to anybody and everybody that that needs to be on this overview, y'all, because I think I say this every presentation, y'all. Like the world needs to see what we have rocking right now with Vital Health for a lot of different reasons, y'all. So send out any last minute texts and reminders. Let them know that we are getting started. And if you haven't already, go ahead and drop it in the chat where you guys are calling in from, and I'm going to go ahead and get this thing rolling. A little bit about me, who I am. My name is Miles Stallard. I'm the National Sales Director here at Vital Health. I'm a Green Diamond, and I have been in the network marketing direct selling space now for just over 11 years. Been in the space at the highest level. I've made millions and millions of dollars inside of the industry. I've helped over 100 people do the same. I've built sales teams of over 200,000 business partners, traveled all over the world, spoken on some pretty substantial stages with some pretty substantial thought leaders out there. So I've lived the network marketing dream, if you will. But I love the industry. I think it's the greatest industry on the planet. It's also allowed me to pursue a lot of other passions. So I do a lot of VC work, a lot of angel investing. So I invest in startups, established businesses, real estate, stocks, crypto, blockchain stuff. I also have an insurance agency. So I have my hands in a lot of different investment plays, if you will. Um, but the reason why I talk about that, y'all, is because I think it's really important for everybody to know that's watching this that I look at different business models literally all day, every single day. It's what I do. It's what I'm really good at. Is just evaluating business models, trends, understanding the ins and outs of P&Ls and back end stuff when it comes to businesses. And the reason why I say that again is because I evaluated over 100 different companies leading up to me finding Vital Health. And the whole reason why I'm here is because we literally have something with this company that I do not think that the industry will probably ever see again. So to kind of go back a little bit, so I was with the company for 8 years and top earner in that company, and everything was good from the inside or from the outside looking in. You would have thought that company was going to the freaking moon because we were crushing it. We were making millions of dollars. Our teams were killing it. Everybody was winning, right? But from the inside out, the company was falling apart and eventually had to sell to another company, which was basically the beginning to the end. It was a disaster. I spent an entire year with that new company, consulting with them, doing everything that I possibly could to make that acquisition work because the reality was the last thing I wanted to do was rebuild and start over, right? I already had a huge organization and was doing well. I didn't want to have to start over. So spent a whole year trying to make it work. But about 3 months into that acquisition, it was pretty clear that I was going to have to find a new home. I was going to have to find something for my team and my organization. And so during that year that I was consulting and working with that other company, I was also traveling all over the world meeting with companies. And like I said, I evaluated over 100. Any of those companies that had any sort of potential to them, I would do the flyouts, the corporate meetings, the negotiations, meeting with the owners, the founders, the CEOs, presidents, whatever, the exec teams. And really was just pulling back the curtains on these companies because I was really looking for something for my team. And guys, I will tell you, if you do not already know this, I know a lot of you guys have experience in network marketing, so you're probably pretty aware. But some of you might not have experience in the space. But I'll tell you, the industry right now is not doing so hot. Companies are falling apart. They're going bankrupt. They're closing their doors. They're selling to new ownership over and over and over. They're going to full affiliate models, which simply means the company is basically pulling the rug out from underneath the field, right? The people that actually built the business. And this is happening all over the space. So during that year that I was looking for a company, y'all, there was nothing. There was nothing that made any sense at all. I was about to take a step out of the industry and just focus on all of my other businesses, right? But about that same time, my original mentor, who actually brought me into the network marketing space, gave me a call and said, "Hey, man, you need to check out Vital Health." And what was interesting about this, his name's David Nieves, like I said, VP of Sales here. And what was interesting about this is I watched David build Vital Health for about 3 to 5 months prior to him actually contacting me about it, right? And it was impressive what they were doing. It's very clear that they were crushing it, that they were, that they had a lot of momentum. The team was winning, people were winning. Very, very clear. However, I never called David about it, never asked him about it, really did not want to know about it because it was out of reach, because it was only in Mexico at that time. And I had teams in Mexico, but nothing large enough to throw all my eggs into that one basket, right? So, I never called him about it, never asked him about it. But when he called me and said, "Hey, we want to bring it to the U.S. You need to check it out. We want you and Heidi. Heidi is my wife. We want you guys to be the one to spearhead that launch." I said, "Okay, I see what you guys are doing. Show me the presentation, right?" And here's what I will tell you guys from a network marketing perspective. Okay, this literally checked every single box that I was looking for. Now, by the way, this is really important to know because not one company that I evaluated prior to this even checked like 7 to 8 out of the 10 boxes, right? This had everything checked. However, there was one very important factor that I was a little bit skeptical about, well, wasn't so sure about. And it was the fact that the company was based out of Mexico. I had no idea what that was going to entail. I've done a lot of different business deals in a lot of different countries. Never built a network marketing company based out of Mexico. I had no idea what that was going to be like. However, here's what I will tell you. The fact that we are based out of Mexico is without a doubt the number one advantage that we have over the rest of the network marketing space. And I would imagine if you're on this presentation right now, you're probably very well aware that we are absolutely dominating the network marketing industry right now. For the last 3 years in a row, we have been top 5 fastest growing companies inside of the network marketing space in terms of revenue growth. And just to put some numbers on this, and by the way, let me kind of backtrack one more time and make a disclaimer, okay? If you've ever been on a network marketing presentation before or an overview such as this before, okay? My disclaimer is this is going to be a little bit different than most presentations simply because I'm an investor. I don't look at network marketing companies like most people would when it comes to, compensation plan and products, right? Like everybody wants a good comp plan, everybody wants a good product. The reality is there's a lot of back end things that have to be in place. Otherwise, the greatest comp plan and the greatest products in the world do not matter because if those other things are not what they need to be, you're going to have an expiration date on the longevity of your business. So I evaluate all companies, not just inside network marketing, but all companies first as am I willing to invest $1 million of my own cash into this company? If so, now am I willing to actually put my name and my reputation behind the company, right? So I'm going to come at this in a little bit different angle, more of a analytical business investing type of angle, just so you guys really understand what sets us apart from the rest of the network marketing space. So going back to what I was saying, going back to the numbers, okay, we are crushing the industry right now. And just to put the numbers on that, in 2023, in Mexico alone, our first full year in business, we did about 4 million in revenue. 4 million in revenue first year. It has been done before. That's nothing to go crazy about. However, what is impressive is the fact that we did 4 million in our first year just in Mexico alone. That part is pretty impressive. However, again, not the craziest thing. However, the year we came in and launched the US, we've jumped the company from 4 million to over 40 million. Last year, 2025, we jumped it from 40 million to over 100 million. This year, we're on track to hitting 250 million. So crazy, crazy, crazy momentum. The best part about that is the fact that still nobody has an idea who Vital Health is. The timing literally could not be better. A lot of people have, different philosophies on when the best timing to join a business is, and I will tell you guys without a doubt, the best time to join a company is when a company is breaking into momentum when nobody knows who they are, but yet the foundation is already laid. So let me explain this, okay? Nobody knows who we are. We have the opportunity of a ground floor or a startup company. However, we do not have the risks associated with a ground floor company. Okay, the foundation is already laid. Guys, we're talking about $100 million company. Foundation's already there. For us to come into a completely wide open market where nobody knows who we are and to literally jump on a wave and ride the wave. You could not ask for better timing. I was my first run in network marketing was very similar to this, only it was 8 years in, not 3 to 4 years. So a little bit past where we are now, but it was still great. Went into that company, rode a wave, made millions and millions and millions of dollars. This now, the timing where we are at Vital Health, you literally could not dream of better timing in that perspective, right? So again, with that though, You may be wondering though, why are we doing so well? Why are the numbers, where they are? Why are we, top fastest growing companies inside of the space? And I will tell you, it all stems down to that one important fact that I mentioned before, is we are based out of Mexico. And here's why this is so important. This is, by the way, why this is how I'm getting into the analytical side of the presentation. So first and foremost, we have significantly lower overhead and significantly higher margins. Okay, so just to give you guys an idea, okay, I'll use employee cost alone. Okay, we have over 500 employees, but our overhead on that, just the employee cost alone, is less than $200,000 per month before you get taxes and all that involved. But that's crazy. If you guys know anything about like if you're an entrepreneur yourself, if you have employees yourself, you put the numbers on it. It doesn't matter if you have experience or not, just put the numbers on it. That is absolutely insane. The amount of money that we are saving just on employee cost alone is incredible. We're keeping all that money in house, therefore we're able to now pump that money into product development as well as our compensation plan. But what's also really important to know is not only are we saving a lot of money on our employee costs, but we're also paying our employees significantly more than they would make literally anywhere else. So now you have this internal corporate culture where everybody is so proud, so excited, so passionate to be a part of the Vital Health mission. By the way, this is one of the things that really caught my attention when I very first flew out to Hermosillo to peel back the curtains on this company, was the corporate culture. See, a lot of people, when it comes to network marketing, and I know I'm speaking pretty directly to network marketers here, so you guys all know, culture is so important when it comes to network marketing. But we always look at culture from a field perspective. We never look at it really from a corporate perspective, right? But the reality is, if there is a crack in the corporate culture, okay, that crack, it's gonna put, again, an expiration date on the longevity of the business, right? Now, one thing that I saw very quickly here was the corporate culture was insane. I've never seen employees show up to work early and leave work late because they wanted to, not because they had to, but because they wanted to, because they were passionate about the mission. I've never seen that inside or outside of network marketing with any business I've ever been involved in. But I saw that here. Whenever you have that type of corporate culture, dude, that bleeds down into the field. It is one of the most incredible things that I've ever gotten to witness from a corporate and from a really just a culture perspective. So with that being said, also most importantly, okay, we handled excuse me, we handle the entire operation from start to finish. Okay, now this is really important. Any company you guys have heard of, for the most part, okay, 99.9% of the companies inside of the space, the only thing that they actually own is their name and their brand. Everything else, they are outsourcing. They are paying third parties to do their manufacturing. They are paying third parties for their sourcing. They are paying third parties for their logistics, for their warehousing, their technology. They're renting their offices. They're renting their buildings, okay? We handle all of that in-house. By the way, there's only about 6 companies in the space that handle the entire operation all in-house. In fact, and by the way, these are all the multi-billion dollar companies. And by the way, not even those companies handle all of it. Most of them, like those companies, do like some manufacturing and stuff, but the whole operation here for us is all done in-house. The reason why this is crazy important is because, you know, that paying third parties, outsourcing to all these different projects that need to be get done, y'all, that's 90 to 95% of the overhead for a company, an overhead that we do not have. So again, we're keeping all of that money in house, where they're now able to invest that money into product development as well as the compensation plan. So as I dive into the presentation, you guys will very quickly see our comp plan is, it's wild. I mean, we're paying out anywhere between 2 to 4 times more than the absolute highest paying compensation plans in the space, anywhere between 6 to 10 times more than the average paying compensation plans in the space. And when you look at our product quality, I mean, you can even go on ChatGPT, you can literally compare all of our products to anything inside and outside of the network marketing space, and we absolutely trump everything from product quality standpoint. And not only that, all of our products are affordable. Again, one of the big things that sets us apart, and one of the reasons why I personally believe the network marketing space is not doing so hot right now, is because product prices are just they're too expensive. you know. And again, I'm a huge believer that most network marketing companies have absolutely amazing products. I mean, life-changing products. But it does not matter how good your product is if your people cannot afford that product, right? So we have the highest quality products you will ever find inside and outside of the network marketing space, but we're not competing with typical overpriced network marketing prices. We're competing with Amazon prices with obviously significantly higher quality products, right? So the amount of advantages that we have is wild, y'all. But it's all due to the fact that we are based out of Mexico. Because if we did our manufacturing, if our labs, and if we did everything out of the U.S. markets, we wouldn't be able to have a comp plan like this. We wouldn't have products the way that we have them. Yes, we'd have great products, not what they are. Yes, and they wouldn't be priced to where they are. If we did everything through the U.S., our comp plan would be good, but it wouldn't be even close to what it is today. So the advantages that we have from being based out of Mexico is pretty substantial. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and dive into the actual presentation and get this thing started. So I'll make sure this is all right. All right, so before we even get this thing started, let me go ahead and read off the disclaimer. Okay, so health disclaimer, the information presented is for educational purposes only and is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Statements regarding products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration, FDA. Always consult your healthcare provider before beginning any wellness, nutrition, or supplement program. Individual results may vary. Income disclosure. Any income examples, testimonials, or earnings discussed are for illustrative purposes only and are not guarantees of income or success. Results vary based on individual efforts, experience, skills, and market conditions. No representation is made that any participant will achieve the same results. Success requires work, commitment, and consistent action. So here are the founders. Here's our corporate team. I'm not going to go over everybody because there's quite a few people on here, but I am going to talk about four individuals here. You see Alberto Beretta and Gustavo Beretta. These are the Beretta brothers, some of the most successful commercial real estate developers in all of Hermosillo, as well as very high on the political ladder out there as well. So those are our two co-founders. But the two faces of our company from a founding, from the founding side is you have Tony Rodriguez and Alex Reynosa. Now, Tony is a world famous doctor, product developer, formulator, all that jazz. He's got a 6-month waiting list just to have a consultation with him. Okay, he's a huge deal, very recognized name in the naturopathic world. And then Alex was actually a top earner in a multi-billion-dollar network marketing company for about 15 years. What he did with his success was he actually started a manufacturing company, started manufacturing products for other network marketing companies. Hence the reason why we do all of our own manufacturing, okay? By the way, something else that I didn't mention before, we're completely 100% a debt-free company. A lot of companies claim to be debt-free, but they're in debt to the founders or they're to the owners. We are completely 100% debt-free. And we own all of our real estate, all of our buildings, even the real estate that the dirt sits or the buildings sit on. That is also very unique in Mexico, by the way. But with that being said, Alex, built global distribution and did manufacturing, right? So, but the reason why this company exists is because Alex, his father-in-law, had life-changing results on Tony's products. So Alex found Tony, basically was like, man, what is your plan to get these products like out there, right? And Tony's plan was just to basically build more clinics across Hermosillo and the rest of Mexico. And that's where Alex was like, listen, I build distribution globally and I do manufacturing. We can literally change the world with your products. And so they teamed up and they created Vital Health. Something else that's very unique here, okay, that sets us way apart from the rest of the space is most companies out there are started before they even really know what products they're going to sell. Okay, the LLC is created, then they start deciding what they want to promote, what's trending, and then they start deciding that because they build the business to make money. Okay, so they built the products around the business. This is completely flipped. Okay, our products have been in circulation for over 13 years before the business model even became a thing. So our products or this business is circled around the products opposed to the products being circled around the business. It's a complete game changer on why the company even exists in the first place. Okay, now I already talked about the timeline. This is the timeline that I was just talking about earlier. 4 million 2023, 4,300, 250. Okay. But I'm going to get into the actual product lines now. So we have four core pillars of wellness. We have our detox line, our restore, our nourish, and our awaken. I'm going to go through those here in just a second. But we have all the certifications, all the third parties, everything that you could possibly need or want, we have. Which, by the way, almost all companies should have most of these. Um, but here's what we have that also nobody else does have. And I kind of mentioned it before. But we're talking about 13 years of real, actual clinical studies with real, actual patients. Okay, so yeah, pretty awesome. Now, before we dive into the actual products, I want to talk about our scanners because I know you guys, a lot of you guys are probably here. You've heard a lot about our scanners. This is really awesome. Okay, this is also why direct selling network as well as business from home. You guys will see that we have been coined the name, the company shifting the network marketing space. I believe a lot of that has to do with the scanners and the tools that we have and how we build. Now, here's why. So, what this scanner does, first and foremost, is we have a hand scanner, sends a frequency through your body, tests 45 vital processes, sends you a 100 to 130 page report on everything that is going on. Now, the device itself, by the way, is not proprietary to just us. Okay, doctors use this device as like a pre-test before they get into the more expensive, blood samples, urine samples, X-rays, MRIs, stuff like that, right? But what is proprietary to just us is the software inside the device that ties your results to our specific products, right? So somebody can scan 3 minutes later, get a full rundown on what's going on in their body, and it's going to recommend the products that they need to be on. Here's why this is so powerful, by the way. Okay. First off, it makes us a test-based nutrition company. We are not just throwing mud up against the wall, hoping that something sticks. We're also not just assuming that our products are actually working. We have the data and the proof to back what we claim. Okay, this is really cool because now we have really high retention. Somebody can scan today, get a full rundown. The device recommends the product. They buy the product. 30 days later, they can go scan again. They can see with their own eyes the progress they are having on our products. So now our retention is through the roof because of that. Also, from a company perspective, it allows us to create products that are very specific to the needs of the body. Now, what I mean by that is most companies have what we call blanket products, right? It's like one product, maybe two or three products that kind of cover the whole spectrum of things, right? And nothing wrong with blanket products because, again, I came from a company that was based off of three products that did literally everything. And guys, I will tell you, it was a fantastic product. Overall, it was amazing. The problem that we ran into, though, was it took time before people saw a result. So you were trying to sell people on taking products for 90 days before they saw a result. And the reality is, guys, we live in a microwave society. People want to see fast results. And if your customer that you just sold a product to does not see a result on that product within their first 30 days, you're going to have a hard time reselling them on that product the following month, right? But because all of our products are very specific to a cellular level, people are seeing very, very fast results. For sure, first 30 days, sometimes even in their first couple of hours, they're seeing results on our products. And because of that, again, retention is absolutely amazing. Also, we have a facial scanner we just launched. It is so cool. We're running different promos and different I don't even know what to call them, but like different like things, with the facial scanner. You can literally scan your face and it gives you another report. Very similar to the hand scanner. It's not quite as comprehensive as the hand scanner. However, it is the science behind it and the technology is pretty substantial. So pretty cool. Now going into the products, higher quality products at affordable prices, designed to fit your lifestyle and family needs, support your health in every step of the way. Like I said, these are our products. I'm just going to dive into them just a little bit. I'm not going to take too much time. But our detox lines, our number one selling line. We start everybody on the detox, right? Let's detox your body. Let's get you to, ground zero so we have something to build off of. But the detox line consists of V-Iterin, which is a kidney support product. V-Organix is a liver support product. So again, very specific to those specific needs. 40 Flora, activated charcoal, magnesium in it. T-Detox is going to detox you. And then we also have glutathione, which is a huge buzzword. It's the highest form of antioxidants. But like I said, huge buzzwords inside the health and wellness space. Typically, glutathione is very expensive. And here you're talking about a month supply for only $60, and it's the highest quality glutathione you'll find on the market. Going into the restore, I mean, we're talking about blood sugar balancing product, which, by the way, S Balance, that's a product that is going absolutely viral right now. So if you know anybody that is struggling with any type of blood sugar balancing type of issues, get them on that product. You can form your own opinion. It is incredible, the testimonials we are getting from that one product. But inflammation product, appetite products, blood flow, blood circulation product, again, a capsule form of glutathione, rest and relaxation, pain management, immune boosting, as well as top of the top, highest quality omega 3s as well. And then we also have our Nourish line. Okay, this is what we call the yummy line because this is like the powders and the taste good stuff, right? And I love this line, and simply because you can go to ChatGPT. I told y'all before, you can go to ChatGPT and compare any of our products to anything on the market, inside and outside of network marketing, and you will see just how dominant our products are inside of the space. It's pretty incredible. But V Daily, I mean, we're talking about 74 vitamins and minerals in that product. Nourish is the most comprehensive all-in-one protein. Performance Plus is a 3-in-1 creatine, amino acid, as well as electrolytes. Our collagen, again, ChatGPT, compared to anything out there, it's the #1 most comprehensive powdered collagen on the market. Types 1, 2, 3, bovine and marine collagen with NAD, as well as astaxanthin and a bunch of other stuff. It blows everything out of the water. My wife, she's a diehard collagen advocate. She has been, she's a fitness competitor, nutritionist. She will tell you just herself, there's not a collagen on the market that can even compare to ours, not to mention, especially at its price point. Anywhere else in the world, that collagen would be worth hundreds of dollars. And here, I mean, if you're a business partner, you get it for 45 bucks, which is wild, right? But Vital Pro, this is a superfood blend with an additional 16 grams of protein in that as well. And then also you have our Genius Shake, our Smart Biotics and prebiotics for kids. So all in one, our kids line, everything that your kids could possibly need, they're getting with that. And by the way, all of our products taste absolutely phenomenal. And then lastly, we have our Awaken line. So we have 3 black coffees. They all have different purposes, from nootropics, so brain function, cognitive function, hormone balancing, as well as weight loss. V Energy, 120 milligrams of caffeine in it, amino acids, pumped full of vitamins and minerals, as well as our Latte Cafe, which is a mushroom coffee with 10 different mushrooms. And again, ChatGPT, just compare it to anything out there, and it will tell you that this is, again, #1 mushroom, really mushroom product, period, on the market. It's the most comprehensive. And by the way, it tastes amazing. I don't know if you guys have ever had a mushroom coffee, but typically it tastes like dirt. Like, it is not good. This right here it's, by the way, it's one of our top selling products. Like, people cannot get enough of it because it tastes so good, and it's literally one of the healthiest things you will ever put in your body. And then lastly, of the Awaken line, we have our V Nitro. I can talk about V Nitro all day. It's my absolute favorite product. Took it right before I started this presentation. I take it all throughout the day. I take it in the morning with my other products because it helps those products get those nutrients to get to your cells faster and more efficiently. But what it does is it increases your body's natural production of nitric oxide, which allows your body to absorb more oxygen. So it does literally everything better. So it defends, maintains, repairs every single cell in your body, and it defends against what we call angiogenesis, which is the multiplication and duplication of bad cells. I will tell you guys, if you don't take anything away from this presentation, get on Nitro. You can thank me later. It is, I think it's a superhero product. Pretty incredible what it does too. So now going into the business side, very automated. We're way on top of AI. We're way on top of automation tools, systems. I mean, we have a play-by-play, step-by-step, follow the system. I mean, it's hard not to be successful here. I can't guarantee anybody's success because I can't guarantee anybody is going to actually follow the system. But y'all, we have a step-by-step recipe to success. We have funnels, we have automated onboarding, we have all kinds of amazing AI tools that will literally, it's a done-for-you system. You know what I mean? It's like you just plug and play, and it's remarkable. So going into the compensation plan, I want to point out a couple of things real quick, okay? When it comes to network marketing, all companies have 3 foundational pillars that they all pay off of, okay? First one is customer acquisition. How does the company pay somebody when they sell a product, right? You sell a product for $1,000, what's your commission on it, right? What's your return on investment? That's customer acquisition. The other way we get paid in network marketing is the team building and the recruiting side. And the last way we get paid is the residual side. Now, all companies are going to pay multiple different ways based off those three different pillars, right? But all three of those pillars, by the way, we are paying out anywhere between 2 to 4 times more than the highest paying comp plans I've ever seen inside of the space, and anywhere between 6 to 10 times more than the average paying comp plans. And I will start with customer acquisition alone. Okay, right now, okay, we pay out 70% on the dollar. Okay, you sell $1,000 worth of product, okay, you are going to walk away with $700. Here's what's crazy about this, y'all. The industry average is less than 20%. Okay, the company I came from, you could potentially earn up to 38% if you jump through all these hoops and hurdles and you sold about 15,000 in sales by yourself because it's a tiered system. But the average person in that company actually earned less than 10%. Okay, so if you sold $1,000 in that company, you'd be lucky to make $100. Here you sell 1,000, you're making 700. No hoops, no hurdles, no quotas, no what I call gotchas, right? If you do it, you get paid. You sell $10,000 worth of product, you're making $7,000. If you sell $100,000 worth of product, you're making $70,000. Very straightforward. By far the highest you will ever see inside of the network marketing space, and truthfully, the highest you'll see inside or outside of the network marketing space. I've never seen a 70% customer acquisition. Pretty substantial. Now, going into and by the way, there's two ways we get customers. We have the retail side, which is you buy the product and you resell it. Okay. By the way, the amount of doctors, physicians, physical therapy clinics, estheticians. My mom's an esthetician. She's a good example. I'll use her as an example in a second. Med spas, nutrition stores, gyms. A lot of different business models are jumping onto this business due to the retail side because they have that scanner. So, like my mom's a perfect example. People come in, she's an esthetician. So, people come in, do their facials, their microdermabrasions, Botox, whatever it may be. Afterwards, my mom will scan them on the scanner. Scanner says, "Hey, Susie, you're dealing with XYZ. We recommend you try XYZ product." And then my mom will sell that product right there out of her office. Just so you guys know, and by the way, my mom's not the only story like this. My mom is earning more money selling vital health products out of her office than she even is as an esthetician. And we have stories like this happening everywhere. This is why so many businesses are jumping on board with this because there's such an aggressive retail model, especially using the scanner. So the scanner allows us, by the way, to build this business in multiple different ways. So yes, we are a network marketing company. However, network marketing is only one avenue in which somebody can choose to build this. I just got off the phone a little bit ago, or a Zoom rather, with a lady that has oversees 1,000 different med spas. Well, what she wants to do is get the scanner in all of those med spas, right? Obviously, a very lucrative opportunity for her, right? So, but that's one way that somebody could build this if they chose to. Now, the other way we get paid is, of course, the team building side, guys. We're only building two legs down, straight down. So if you bring in 10 people, you're placing them underneath each other. They're all benefiting each other. We're all working this thing together. It's not about what you do. It's what we're all doing collectively as a team and as an organization. You can earn up to $25,000 per week just off the binary bonus alone. That's $100,000 per month just off compensation. Max that out, you can build another line again and again. You can do it as you really want. But if $100,000 a month isn't doing it for you, then we probably need another conversation anyways, because if you're making $100,000 a month just off of that, you're probably making another $200,000 off the other pieces to this compensation plan, right? But even still, here's why I think this is so cool. Oh no, my internet is showing that it is unstable. I hope you guys can hear me, see me okay. But with that though, what's powerful about our binary, okay, we've already had over 30 people max out the binary, but we have something called our matching bonus, okay, which is actually number 4 on this slide here. But what's cool about the matching bonus, this says that anybody that you bring into the team, whatever they earn on the binary, you check match 50% on. Okay, so let's just say hypothetically, you brought somebody on, say you brought me onto the business. I max out the binary. Okay, I make $100,000 that month just on the binary side. You're going to get 50%. You make $50,000 because you brought me into the business, right? So imagine bringing in 10 people that max out the binary, right? So there's many examples on this, but It's I think personally the matching bonus is going to be what pays out the most amount of money to the most amount of people over the next 3 to 5 years. And then lastly, we have our actual uh, residual side, right? And by the way, these are just examples, quick examples. This is 60%, not the 70%. We like to underpromise, over deliver, but just to give you some examples, if you have 10 customers, each at $150 each, okay, you're going to make roughly, $876, right? 100 customers, 9,700, right? Pretty impressive. Now going into the residual side, this is where I get excited. So if you guys have experience in network marketing, here's what I want you to pay attention to. I want you to pay attention to the volume at each rank that I'm going to be sharing with you and how much is being paid out at that volume. So by the way, bronze is 1,000 in team sales, 1,000 in team volume. Okay, that's paying out an average of $220 a month residually. By the way, I've never seen $1,000 or 1,000 in team sales pay any sort of residual. You might get a bonus. I've never seen a residual payout with only 1,000 in volume. Gold, though, is what I want to talk about. Okay, gold is the rank that I want everybody shooting for as fast as you possibly can. This is where you get your car keys. Okay, what I mean by that, getting your keys, that's where you get the car bonus. So once you hit the rank of gold, that's your team doing 10,000 a month in sales. Okay, in volume, and you're going to get a paid for car. Okay, so we say get your keys, right? So we want everybody getting your keys as quickly as you can. We have people that literally get their keys in like their first day, first couple of hours even. So it's pretty cool how fast a lot of people are moving in this business. But with that, you get the car allowance. But here's what I want to point out: gold is 10,000, okay, in volume. Okay, roughly 10,000 in sales. Okay, that's paying out on average $1,500 a month. Okay, that's 15%, by the way, on the volume of what your team is producing. Remember, the company I came from, if you did that yourself, you're only getting 10%. We are paying more out to you for what your team is collectively producing than most companies would pay you if you produced all of those sales all by yourself. Okay, we're paying out anywhere realistically, I would say 9 to 12% is overall what you're looking at, but sometimes it's 9 to 20% we're paying out on the volume of what the team is producing. The industry average is 2 to 4%, guys. So just putting that into perspective. But you can go all the way through the ranks: platinum, emerald, diamond, double diamond, triple diamond, $27,000 a month. We have all the colored diamonds. We have people making over $300,000 a month currently within our compensation plan. There really is no cap to how much you can make here. But if you guys want to make money with us, you want to start building this and playing the game, very simple. We have 4 different packs. We have a basic pack, essential pack, a premium pack, and our elite pack. Of course, they all come with, bonuses and stuff like that. You get all the products you could possibly need to get your business off the ground. The larger the pack, the more volume you get. Volume's how you hit rank. The higher rank you are, the higher percentages you get paid out on. Of course, you get more product at a larger pack. You get discounts on, the scanner and all kinds of different incentives. The larger pack you come in at, of course, is going to be a better pack. I get the question literally every day: Miles, what pack should I come in at? I will always tell you, if you have the financial means, of course, the larger the better. You're going to have way more bang for your bucks and be way easier to get your business off the ground. Plus, you're getting to capitalize on a lot more incentives throughout, the time that you're building here. So you can always upgrade to the elite pack, but I will tell you, if you come in at the highest pack you possibly can right now, if you need to upgrade later, we'll upgrade later, but just get started. I don't care what pack you get started at. I just encourage you to get started and start building with us, because we are taking over the industry right now in a very, very quick way. We're having a lot of fun, and we're making a difference, y'all. So, with that being said, I just want to point this one last thing out, okay? Y'all, this is so much more than what you saw in this presentation. It's a lot more than the products, and it is a lot more than the compensation plan and the money that you can make. But the relationships, the friendships, the connections, the networking, the doors that this business can open for you guys, you literally cannot put a price tag on it. I believe that the network marketing space is by far the most incredible industry on the planet. But I will also say that Vital Health is by far the most superior company inside of network marketing in just about every single category. And I'm not saying that because I'm here. I'm here because I literally get to say that. I would not be here if it was not the absolute best. We are the best in every category. And so I just encourage you guys, don't just lock arms with us. Don't just join us, but truly run with us. Take advantage of the opportunity because it will not be this good forever. Timing is now. The window is now. And we really are. I mean, we're changing the game. We're disrupting the network marketing space. We are the company shifting the industry for a multitude of reasons, and we're having a blast doing it. So lock arms with us, join us. We're going 100 miles an hour, and we're here to change the world. So thank you guys for being on. Get with whoever it was that invited you onto this Zoom. Let them know where you stand, and I would love for you guys. I would love to get connected with you guys as well. So get with whoever it was that invited you, and if you have any questions or anything like that, we can jump on a call. I'd be more than happy to go a little bit deeper with you guys as well. But thank you all for being on. Love you guys. God bless. And like I said, let's go change the world, y'all. Have a good night. Bye, y'all.